Welcome back, peoples. As you can see, I am back. And I'm playing SSX for the Xbox 360. I am playing it on the Xbox One, of course. I wasn't sure what I was gonna be streaming. I didn't stream earlier because I was playing a game with a friend for a bit there, and I was like, yeah. And then I also wasn't sure if I was gonna stream. I didn't stream yesterday, so that's why I was like, okay, I probably should stream. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this one. But I'm like, hey, it's still winter. Of course, winter will be ending at some point soon. It'll be spring. And snow will be melting. So I figured, hey, let's play a snowboarding game. There's also SSX Blur, which I haven't also played in a while, so that's for the Wii. So I'm going to, I don't know, I might play that next week, probably. We'll see. Because that is also a fun game. But yeah. Yeah. Not sure how long I'll stream for, but I figured, hey, I gotta stream something, you know? Stream something. Oh, we have a Spyro Lover 21. Welcome to stream next up. Bye. Hey Nate, how do you feel about modern SpongeBob? I was never really into SpongeBob at all. I've seen some things of it. I don't know if I ever watched an episode I don't know if I watched it when I was a kid. I might have seen one episode, but I really never watched it. I know some friends of mine that watched it when they were kids, but I never really. Of course, the memes, right, is mainly what you see is the memes. So it's like I never actually sat down and watched to my recollection, an episode or more of SpongeBob. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be. Well, I mean, I'm sure it'd be different, right? Just like anything. Like even what is it? Oh, what shows? There's isn't it like the Looney Tunes and stuff, right? They've updated that. Probably Scooby Doo, right? That's been updated a lot. What was the other one? I'm trying to think of. Oh, I'm trying to remember what it was. Because I would babysit sometimes. I used to. I don't do that anymore. But I used to babysit, and there was some shows where it's like, oh, this is a show of something I used to watch, and like, this is of course it was made more recently. And I'm like, oh, they totally changed things with this. It's so weird. Oh, I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, what show was it? It was like modernized, and I was like, I mean, it's interesting, but this is different, man. It's a show I grew up watching. Yeah, well, let's say, like, I watched, obviously I watched stuff like Spider-Man, Batman the Animated Series, right? And Superman the Animated Series. Not too much of that, more of the Batman ones. Well, I watched Boy Meets World. What are the other shows I watched? I watched Recess. The Weekenders. You know, those were kind of the shows I watched. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out when SpongeBob happened. Like, I think I was more stuck on the other shows that I've watched for years, so I never went into any new ones too much. I kind of just stuck with the same ones. But yeah, no, anyway, but I mean, babysitting some kids here and there, I did see, again, like, I think, yeah, it was like Looney Tunes, where everything's just all like, oh, they live in an apartment, and I'm like, what? It's like, oh, they all have cell phones, and it's just like, it's so weird seeing that. Just like, oh my goodness. But, so I am kind of curious to see, like, if there's a big difference, because obviously they're still making SpongeBob movies and stuff, even though the show is done. But it's interesting. But yeah, SpongeBob it first aired 1999, and it's still going on in 2020. Well, yeah, yeah. Well, again, same with Scooby Doo, right? They're still doing Scooby Doo stuff, even a new animated shows of that, and of course they do movies and. So, oh yeah, it was Garfield. I think it was I seen a Garfield, a modern Garfield one. That's what it was. It was Garfield, and it was like learning about. It was they were talking about self-deprecation in a kids show, and I'm like, this is interesting. I never seen that before. But it was like Garfield. It was like, okay, this is different. But yeah, it was like, yeah. So Garfield's still going, you know. Scooby-Doo, Looney Tunes, all that, just modernizing, and it's weird. It's a bit weird. So, because I'm wondering, especially with SpongeBob, is it the same people that made it in 1999? Are they still making the same stuff, right? I looked earlier, and Nickelodeon are thinking of renewing SpongeBob for season 14. That's actually so it ended, but they want to renew it again. When did that end? SpongeBob. I don't even know how. Again, I never kept track of it. I don't even know how long it was. I just know that there were still movies that were coming out of SpongeBob. I was like, okay, cool. I guess I may have to start just watching some just to see. Just to see what it's about. But yeah, so there's interesting things that they're doing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna start this. Again, I don't know how long I'll stream, but I also didn't expect it to show up, so
and nature have an uneasy deal to coexist with one another. But nature always has a way of taking things back for herself. And over the decades, she's turned man's modern world into a crazy playground. This is just the sort of place your average snowboarder lives for. But we're not your average snowboarders, we're SSX. So naturally, we'll send a surfer in to take on Alaska. 10A, this one's got your name all over it. Remember, there might be tons of deep powder here, but the creme de la creme ride is the pipeline. This monster snakes its way all throughout the region. And not only is it the most insane grind you will ever do in your life, it just might save your...
I'm sure some of the original writers are still there,
pipe is
but the creator is silent. Oh, so, okay, the creator passed away. That's unfortunate, right? Especially, well, did the creator pass away, like... Well, I mean, the movies were still going, so at least he, you know, could see his creation still kind of go on. But, so that would be... Well, I mean, again, the movies are still coming up, like, they're still being made. So it's as long as the, it's 2018, okay, so there were some movies that were still, like, SpongeBob movies that were coming out, you know, while he was still around, so that's pretty good. At least that he got to see that, as like it's still kept going. But yeah, so that's the thing. Can the writers still keep and capture whatever essence of the show was and of the movies, right? While the creator's still around. That is it going to be the same type of humor carried over? Because that's the thing. Because a lot of these shows, it's new writers, new people taking over and kind of putting their own spin, which sometimes doesn't really align with what the show was like, so it doesn't really work, and you know, things like that. So hopefully that they just keep up, you know, to be similar but still being, you know, updated or whatever in certain ways. But I mean, it's SpongeBob, right? They live at the bottom of the sea, right? That's the whole point. That's the whole thing. So it's like I mean, you know, but then again, they do stuff where they're on land and stuff. Like, and again, I haven't watched those movies, but I've seen the trailers for them. I'm like, oh, you see me's on land now. It's like, oh, okay. And like this recent one, I just remember seeing some of the commercials. I'm just like, oh, they're trying to find one of the characters. Okay. But again, I haven't watched the show, so I really wouldn't know. I think it's like Gary. Like, where's Gary? Just SpongeBob yelling out, "Where's Gary?" And I'm like, I don't know who's Gary. But yeah. So I'll have to start watching just to see, like, okay, well, what is this show, right? But anyway, all right. Let's see if I can remember how do I play this game. It's been a while. Oh yeah, right. I have to do the gear. Sure. I think this will work right. Let's go. There's SpongeBob. Pet snail. That's what it was. Yeah. I think I saw that because I recently got an original Xbox, and I got some original Xbox demos, demo discs, and there was a SpongeBob game that was in there, and I think Gary was in there, and I'm just like, oh, right, that's Gary. Is this guy?
I heard you were quite a sensation.
I was like, oh, because again, I didn't watch the show, so I really
some of the most challenging areas in
didn't really know.
Time to find out if we'll be able to safely stay for snow.
Might turn this down a bit. Just a bit, though. Alright, here we go. Woo!
You know how
Come on. Whoop.
I'll give you that.
Big air. Ooh, that was not good. It was not good. That was not good. Just wasn't. Oh. 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 Oh, that was perfect. I meant to do that.
You can do better, yes?
Well, you could do this. No, I can't. I can't do anything. Haven't you figured that out? Oh, yeah. I was doing so well. I was doing so well.
Get ready.
Oh, there's a lot of trees.
50% complete. Great job. Keep at it.
Oh, great job! I just like fail. You did it. Like, no, I didn't. I'm not. You're just being nice. Oh, really? You're doing really good. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
That's definitely
Ooh, I think I'm failing. Oh yeah, this is a points one, right? It's not really about actually winning the race. It's about how much points you get, and I'm really doing bad. It's good. It's good. Tricky. So tricky. Ooh. Ooh.
Smile, birdie, for the camera!
Whoa. Oh. Oh no! I thought I could actually land while doing that trick. Apparently you can't do that. So that's good. That's good to know. I'm glad I found that out.
You look good from up here. You're in the home stretch.
Ooh. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, finished. I finished. That's all I'm at.
They just want
I'm not big into sports game. Oh, it's fun so that I do get nostalgic watching. Oh, when watching it. Okay, yeah, yeah. Not too big into sports game. No, I'm not really either. Like I played like especially the Super Bowl was out, so I played obviously the Super Bowl being football, so I played European football. But no, like I know if I were to play sports games, I know I'm gonna fail. So I just do whatever. Like I cheat, I don't care. It's whatever to me. I'm not into sports, so playing like a football game, I'm just like, oh, I'm doing somewhat okay, but I'm not expecting me to do any well. And at any of the sports games at all when I play it, so I just kind of go, ah. It's like hockey, right? It's like, yeah, I mean, I understand hockey, but it's not like. And sometimes I may cheer for a team or whatever. There's like playoffs or something, and Stanley Cup and all that stuff. But I'm not like, wow, I really keep track of all this stuff. I know what team is, like, who the team members are, or you know who's on what team. I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. Different teammates and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. I am failing. The sports game I played are the NHL series. Yeah. Like sometimes I try to find like the knockoff ones, like the free like not NHL games, but they're just like hockey games made by independent developers or whatever. Or like the football game, aka FIFA, right? Like it's a knockoff of FIFA. It was just like eFootball or something like that. and it was free, and I'm just like, okay, I'll play this. And so I played, like, it was fine enough, like, it was no actual, like, teams, right? Like, or, you know, different teammates of, like, actual players, just, like, generic team versus other generic team, and, you know, it was, you know, I'm not expecting myself to do good at any of those, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Just guessing here.
Right out of here. Don't let us know.
Oh, still gonna. Oh, tricky. Whoa. 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 I just do the same tricks over and over again and hope that it helps. Come on, goo goo goo. Woo. Oh crap! I would hit a thing. Ah, I'm doing good. Doing good.
Home stretch. Give me something to brag about.
Oh. Ah. Fail. Yeah.
Give you an A for
Oh, try again. Ooh. Let's go somewhere else. Oh yeah, I can pick a different path. Race it. Old school. Sure, let's race this one. Sure, whatever. What do I care? I also watched the Fairly Godparents as a kid too. Yeah, I see. Again, I've heard of that show before. I've seen like maybe a couple of clips of it, but I never watched that one. Or Invader Zim. That's another one I've heard. I actually though, there's one I did watch was Dexter's Laboratory. Not too much, but I did watch some of that. I remember that. And Johnny Bravo. That's another one. I've watched a little bit of those. I don't know how long those last, like the Johnny Bravo and stuff like that, or Dexter's Laboratory. So it might be one of those like, oh, 2 seasons, and then that was it. So that's probably why I didn't see much of it. But I definitely remember Johnny Bravo for sure, and vaguely Dexter's Laboratory. Oh, doing good. Oh yeah, but this is an actual race, so I should probably like try to win. Which I'm not doing good at right now. That's okay. Trying to see what the triggers do. Nothing? Okay. Oh, it is a trick. Oh, wow. I'm in 2nd place. I'm doing so good right now. So good. Yeah, really good. Oh my goodness. Whoa!
It's not looking good, but you can still do this.
It's not looking good. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Thank you for your vote of confidence. You're doing very bad. You're doing terrible. I don't even know how you're able to snowboard. It's like, I know. Asking myself the same questions. Okay.
Okay, that wasn't pretty, I know.
Okay, that was very good, but you're still failing. So it's like, yeah, okay. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Well.
Open it up.
Wow, you did really bad. You get nothing. Alright, let's do this again. Well, Fairly Odd Parents. There we go. Well, Fairly Odd Parents, it ended after season 10. Well, I've seen some clips of that, but I never actually watched the show. It was mostly like, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo. That would probably be, like, for cartoons. Again, those ones, I don't know how long those lasted. But those were on Cartoon Network. I think Fairly Odd Parents was Cartoon Network as well, but again, I've never watched that. Just never watched it. Let's see what I can do. Awesome, but you're still in second place.
You've got a lot of ground to make up, but there's still lots.
Yes, I know. I'm really trying, okay? Okay. Very tricky. Wow, great. That's exactly what I wanted. I definitely didn't want to go on the pipe. I wanted to just crash into it and just completely... Yeah. Yep.
No podium finish today, but let's finish strong. We'll set ourselves up for the next one, okay?
Uh-huh, okay. Finish strong. Okay. Failing. Oh yeah, it was the other shows was Bobby's World, and what was it? It was I think it was just Life with Louie. That's what it was.
Okay, that wasn't horrible, but
Those are the other shows I watched. Another show I recently got into is The Amazing World of Gumball. I have never heard of that one. I have not heard of that one at all.
you have to be quick this time out, alright? You're gonna want to see this.
Uh-huh.
Gonna get my weight back from it. What do you want your to say?
Oh boy. Oh, yeah. I was fine, and then that happened. Good. I like it. I like it. I like it. Come on. Slowly. I was doing so good, and then I fail. That's just the story of my life. Yep. Good. Wait, does it? I'm pretty sure this one has a rewind. I remember this. I do. I was like, I think this has a rewind, because I remember doing this a lot where I failed. I just rewind everything. I'm only got interested in Gumball because it's got a T-Rex in it. Oh, well then.
Explain to me why you're...
Well then. Negative every point. Might as well just restart this. Restart, yeah. That was bad. I might do good. If not, I'll just move on to something else, cause... Yeah. Crap, 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 crap. There we go, at least. Come on, here we go. Tricky.
You need to challenge for that lead if you hope to win this.
Oh, come on. I was right there. I was trying. Oh boy. Yes, I know.
Check in, just coming up.
There we go.
Home stretch. This race is yours for the taking. You've got to find a way.
Good. I'm so tricky. Ooh, we got the tricky music. You're so tricky. And I failed it. I just crashed right there. You should check out The Amazing World of Gumball. It's an interesting cartoon. Okay, I might have to check that out. Interesting. May have to try that out. With the other games, I have to also try out games. Shows. Man, my brain is falling apart. It's fine. It's like, oh, it's 12 a.m. 12 a.m. Eastern time, so I'm pretty much tired. Again, I wasn't sure if I was going to stream for long. Again, I also didn't expect anyone to be here.
Welcome to the first stop on the SSX Deadly Descent road trip. Thought we'd kick things off right here.
But because I didn't stream anything yesterday, so I figured, hey,
Country riding at its best.
do something out, because I don't think I'll stream anything today, technically.
By example. So I'm gonna be the one that
Because I'll be
sets the bar
busy
out there.
with
The
things,
rock
so
seats are all mine. My
yeah,
board and my
just,
seat is specifically engineered.
lots of stuff. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna watch. I'm gonna be watching the Uncharted
My
movie
skills as a
tomorrow.
rider
Well,
that are
today
gonna get me to the Deadly Descent.
at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time.
To keep us all sharp. Some life.
I mean, I've heard mixed things about it.
Lose their minds over. So.
So I'll just check it out and see how's it going with that. I'm also a huge car guy. Oh, okay. Well, then you probably love like Top Gear or what's the new one? The Grand Tour or whatever. Those are interesting shows. But yeah, so Uncharted. We'll see how it is. I'm very skeptical. It's the same thing that's going on with Halo right now. They're doing a Halo adaptation from a video game to a show instead of a movie. It's like, oh, we're gonna put our own spin on it. It's not gonna really take a lot of. It's not gonna be that really in the timeline of the games. We're making our own new thing. It's a new story. Whatever. It's a new timeline thing we're doing. And I'm like, okay, but that gives them free reign to do whatever. Really, just mess up the characters and just change everything. It's our own thing, and I'm like, why don't you just make Halo? How about that? Just make Halo. Don't make your own thing and then call it Halo. Just make Halo, or just make your own thing and call it something else. It's like. She's like, it's like Halo, but it's not. It's something else. And just call it something else. Instead of like, oh, let's call it Halo, but really it's just some other thing. I'm like... Anyways. You're talking about the Fast and Furious movies. I hate them. No! Top Gear is a car-orientated TV show where a bunch of people who are really into cars. They take out different cars in a tour, or put them in a test, or find very obscure cars and just do like weird, goofy things with them and talk about the cars and just drive them. Sometimes really fancy sports cars. Sometimes they drive like dilapidated cars, and to see how far they can go you know, around England because it's a British show, and then Grand Tour is an offshoot of that. But again, it's all cars. It's all like just a car show. All talking about cars. Fast and Furious, yeah, those are just because I haven't seen the first ones of the because the Fast and the Furious is technically a reboot or remake of the Fast and Furious that was made in, like, the 60s or something, 50s, something like that. But of course now they've just made a whole new thing, and I've seen Fast 5. I think it was Furious 7, and I haven't seen any other ones. I kind of want to see where it's going though. I want to see the new ones. Like, how insane is it? Stupid. I love cars, but it's mainly because of Grand Theft Auto. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, they got a lot of cars in that one for sure. Sure. Okay, maybe not this one. Sure. Oh, let's try a race. Let's try it. Let's just do it. Oh, I can choose. Yeah, why not? Why not? But yeah. I'm not too much in the cars, but like, there's some cars look at a car and go, oh, that's a cool looking car. And that's what I'd like to have. But I would like to actually learn more about cars and just how they work, and so that way I don't always have to call a mechanic and be like, can you fix this car? You know, I could fix my own car a little bit, you know, if it needs... Oh, it just needs this, it needs that. It's just like simpler things that, like, you pay like, you know, $500 for a mechanic to do, which you could just do yourself, you know? I didn't watch Fast 9 because Fast 9 the Fast Saga, but I've heard it's beyond ridiculous. Oh, yeah, that's what I've heard too, so I'm just like, I want to see how ridiculous they've gotten this. It's just like, I want to see how it's happened. So like, what is going on with this? Oh my goodness, come on.
I'm real good with faces.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Coming through. How'd you even qualify for this race, huh? Oh, this should be interesting.
Ooh, second place. That's right. I'm just gonna... got to do something here. Oh boy. Now I'm in third. It's almost like I'm not paying attention at the moment. Right, there we go. Alright.
Darling.
I am not looking at the screen. There we go.
Lady coming through. Lady.
Oh, now I'm in first. No, I'm sorry. I was in first for a bit, though. That's all that matters. Oh my goodness. Stay in first.
Great work so far, but you still need to deliver.
Yeah, knew that was gonna happen. Whee! Oh, I was trying to move ahead. That's fine. That's fine. We're good. We're still good. Still good. It's all good. Oh. Whee!
Watch it. That's it. Don't hit any trees. Alright, mate, you're approaching a tunnel. Bypass on your left or take your chances.
I'll take my chances. Whoa!
Show it off yet.
This is it, the final stretch. Time's running out.
Out. long as I'm ahead of Elise, that's all that matters. Ooh, I got geotag. Look at that. And I'm tricky. Or I'm not fully tricky. That's okay. Success. I like to see that.
You deserve it, though, eh? Great run.
I'm not a fan of movies that get too ridiculous. Yeah, well, I like to watch bad movies too, and just laugh at them of how bad it is. So the Fast and Furious movies are pretty good movies for that. Yeah, cause there's some movies just like it's so bad it's good in that you just laugh and like, wow, this is entertaining, but it's terrible. And it seems like that's what the Fast series has gone into. So, let's do this one. I don't know how much more I'll stream, but I think I'll end it soon because again, I am tired. But you were here, so if you weren't here, I probably would have ended like right at 30 minutes of streaming. But yeah.
Alright, heads up. Just got
Like Jaws 4, that was also a dumb movie. Yeah, that was the other thing. I also have not watched the Jaws movie. I seen again clips of Jaws. I know what it is. But I should watch at least the first Jaws. I may watch the rest of them. Just to kind of.
Yeah, you know how to throw a trick or two. I'm gonna give you that.
Oh boy. Just to just see a good one, and then see how bad it went to. But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate with some of these, is that they kind of just lose things, especially with a series that has a changing of directors. It's like, oh, this was a good movie. Oh, and the sequel, it's like, oh, maybe I'd get the same director, and by the third one, it's like, yeah, it's someone else. It's like, oh, okay, not even the same writers. You're like, well, you can tell because it's not even the same movie.
Those trees don't have much give to them.
Yeah.
My friend.
Yeah, so that's kind of the... It's unfortunate how that all works out sometimes. A good example of that is the 1990s Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser. And, oh gosh, what's her name? I'm pretty sure it's Rachel something. Is it Rachel Weisz? Am I right in that? I could be wrong with the name. It's, but anyways. Oh no. Oh, Griff. Oh, Griff. Anyways, yeah, so the first two were made by the same people. The same directors, same writers. And then the third one, it's just, you could tell it was by a different director. I think the third one is, yeah, they completely recast the, one of the main characters, like the one that, again, I think it's Rachel Weisz, I believe, it's the one that's, I think, is she married to Daniel Craig now or something like that? Anyway. Daniel Craig, Daniel Craig, you know. Anyway, again, my brain's falling apart right now. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, that movie, that's something like, it's Mummy 3, aka the Mummy movie that doesn't exist, much like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which was interesting because. Yes, because Steven Spielberg still directed that one, but I think it was more like George Lucas wanting to make the fourth Indiana Jones movie. And so he kind of did it for him. So that's a case where it is the same directors and same, well, I don't think it's the same writers. I think they maybe they might have written some of the stuff from being it. I can't remember exactly, but it's like get the same directors, the same like story people who created the character. But it's like, what if their views changed a bit? So then that means the character changed a bit and the story changed a bit from kind of how it was. So it's also tricky if you don't, you know, as long it's like if you have to have it so that everything is almost the same, like that the directors are the same, but they don't change their views too much, or their outlook in certain things of like movie making, and the same thing with the writers. Like you have to keep them all like with that same energy or whatever, the same ways that they made the first one, the one that worked, or the second one, the sequel, whatever. You know, as long as none of that really changes, then it's good because they made good. But when they start questioning themselves, then it's like, oh well, or changing, like, oh, I want to do this all differently. It's like, if you do that, I don't know. Well, Jaws 3 and 4 are very, very, very ridiculous. Jaws 4, aka Jaws the Revenge. The shark actually roars like a lion. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is it, yeah. It can get like, yeah, and it's sometimes it's unfortunate because they're sort of like oh, this made a lot of money, let's make sequels, and sometimes it's like if what the sequel you're about, if you're writing the sequel to it and you're like, this doesn't work, then maybe you shouldn't do it. Just don't. Just leave it. Again, like the Mummy movies, right? Again, the third one, you can see the difference between the first two and then the one that, like, the third one. Like, there's a big different directors, different writers. They recast oh, I can't remember the character's name now. That's bad. That's bad. But anyways, the female lead, they recast her totally different, because of course the actress is like, oh hey, I want to put my own interpretation of this character instead of, you know, trying to keep the character that was written in the first place in the first couple movies, the character that everyone liked. It's like, oh no, you know, I want to take my own spin of it. Well, that's a totally different character, and it's not as good. It's just like, it's like she went from, like, you know, this like very smart, tough lady to this very like posh, rich, just not wanting to do anything, and it was like, anyways, it sucks when that happens. But sometimes it's like, if certain things aren't there, like if you have to replace, like, you know, casting and stuff, you have to like do that, and you're changing too much of what was originally there, then maybe you shouldn't do it. Or don't have those characters in there and tell like an offshoot story that still makes sense in the world of the first movies. Or the first movie, depending if you're making this as first sequel. Just have, like, if you're able to get one cast member back, well then get the one from the original one, whatever, and then start to be like, okay, well, it's this character, the other ones can't be there, but that's okay because, you know, we're gonna still make a story that makes sense with the character, and, you know, whatever. But they don't do, that's the thing, they don't do that. They just go, well, we're gonna replace the character, we're gonna do that. It's like, no. You just don't do that. You have to find a way to be like, oh, these characters aren't in the story, but it still makes sense for this character to be a part of this story in this movie, and it's still the same character. Maybe the character progresses a bit. It's, I don't know. It's, sometimes you just, you have something really good. It's right there. And then you just kind of look and go, well, we need to make something real quick. Let's not actually think about what we're making and just make it. Because we need to make more money. We need to get it out there before people forget about it. And then, yeah. It sucks. It really sucks. Unfortunately, that's what happens. Wish it didn't, but you know. Anyways. I'm thinking to end it here. Again, I'm tired. Did not expect to stay up this long. Didn't think anyone would show up. It's fine. I'm glad you're here. I just usually when I just do spontaneous streams, it just I don't expect people to show up. But yeah, SpongeBob. I've been building up a SpongeBob collection. Okay, yeah, no. I have to at some point watch that. Just from episode 1, season 1, just see what the whole thing's about. And because again, I might actually, because I was thinking of actually getting the original Xbox games that they made. I was gonna actually see if I could get a couple and then play them on stream, and it'd be nice to get the backstory of the characters. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. Yeah. But, yeah, anyway, so of course, you can look at the screen, check out different stuff, such as my Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. All the same name. And I do have friends in real life who do stream. You should go check them out. Yeah, I think that's really it. I'm not sure. Oh, guess who shows up? Guess who shows up? It's Mike from Canada here. I want to stream that sometime. Go downhill now. I already did. I did many times. You missed it. You missed all of it. You can watch it again. Watch it in the past broadcast, the video on demand, the VOD, or on YouTube, whichever. The YouTube archive. A snowboard. Yes, Mike, snowboard. Correct. Very astute, Mike. I have SpongeBob the first 5 seasons on DVD. I just ordered 6th season tonight. Oh, interesting. Okay, nice. Yeah, and it's good to get those actual discs because there's a lot of places, like if Netflix has it or Amazon or whatever place has it, get it online for streaming. You never know, and we're like, yeah, let's get rid of it. Speaking of which, the Netflix made shows like Daredevil and Jessica Jones and The Defenders and Luke Cage. Those shows and The Punisher that were made by Netflix, they're getting rid of them. They're not going to be there anymore. The Netflix originals, like Daredevil, will be gone. You won't be able to stream them on Netflix or probably anywhere else. You might be able to see them on Disney Plus, maybe. You don't know, because it's all Netflix. But they're like, yeah, we're not going to show these anymore. So, your VODs are always muted. Only if I play a game which has music in it that I never hear. That's in the background somewhere. That I don't even know it's there. I pass by a radio for like 2 seconds, and it's like, oh, that's too much. And then it gets muted. Which is great. Also, it might be muted because you actually don't have your speakers on, Mike. You need to make sure you have your speakers on. Oh, who is this? Zaylee Blake, welcome to the stream. Next up, bye. I'm just about to end my stream. But I'm glad you're here. You can look at my other stuff on my channel. I have some previous streams. I also have it on YouTube as well. My past archive streams. So if you want to check out different stuff I do some video clip stuff, gameplay, video stuff. You could check out. It's funny how when you're about to end people. I know that's the thing, right? Well, it's because for me right now this is 12:36 a.m. Eastern time for me. So I try to sleep at some point. But of course, with other people living in another country or even just other time zones, they're like, "Oh, what are you talking about? It's not late. It's still 8 or whatever." And I'm like, I kind of want to sleep. Also, this game, I didn't think anyone would show up playing this game. Like, it was a last minute stream. I'm just like, I didn't stream anything yesterday. Might as well stream something. And then that's what I put it on Twitter, but I never put it on my and had it on Discord, but I never like announced it anywhere else. I didn't even say I'm going to be streaming soon. I never said that on Discord. I just sort of just like blip blip put it out there and be like, okay. But anyways. Everyone's been buying physical media collector. Yeah, no, that's good. That is very good because again, even like games, right? Games are the worst for that because good example, Nintendo Wii Shop, Wii U Shop, Nintendo Wii U Shop and 3DS is going to be discontinued in March of next year. Which means you can't buy any games. You can't any if you have a Wii U, who cares? You just can't buy games anymore on there. And there's some games that are you could only buy on online. So you have to try to find the physical disc, which means those discs are probably going to be, of course, secondhand, and will be the price will be raised up higher than normal because it's going to be rare now. So let's say I want to play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Well, I can't just go download it off the Wii U shop. I have to go and get the disc, which will be more expensive. But can't get them anymore, right? So imagine if none of those had a physical release, like a physical copy release, right? Legend of Zelda, you're like, oh, I want to play it. Oh, imagine the Switch, right? If they just got rid of all of their games, said, yeah, we're done. You can't buy anything anymore. You have to buy our new thing. So you can play maybe you'll be able to play some of the games that you bought. Maybe. Or want to get. Maybe they'll be back on there. Who knows? It's like... So that's where getting the actual disc is nice. It's nice to have, because then if that stupid stuff happens, at least you can just put it in there and be like, there it is. Anyway, though most games now, it's like it's downloaded from their servers, right? If you have a physical disc, it's actually not on the disc. It doesn't play from it. It downloads and installs from their server online. So if they cut off their servers, like, oh, you can't download this. And it's like, oh, great. That's where at least, like, up to the 360 PlayStation 3 games, right? It's all the disc. You don't have to install them. You just play it off the disc. Anyways. I'm just ranting now. Again, yeah, I am, what is it? Mike asked me to go downhill. Well, I'm going downhill right now. That's... funny how when you're... Yeah, okay, I already read that one. Again, I'm falling apart here. Eventually, I do plan to get all 12 seasons of SpongeBob on DVD. Oh, yeah. I also plan to slowly get more SpongeBob merch as well. Yeah. Yeah, just a SpongeBob dedicated room. Just, you open the room like, there's my SpongeBob stuff. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, speaking of old games... I'm going to be, probably next week I'll be playing SSX Blur on the Wii U. Well, I'm playing on the Wii U, but it's a Wii game. I'll be playing SSX Blur. I haven't played that in a while. I want to start playing some of my Wii and Wii U games, especially now that I'm starting to get my setup better for getting my games, because right now I have to manually unplug and plug in each console for showing you guys. I need like an HDMI switcher so I can have all of them hooked up, ready to go, and I just have to take a remote or whatever, or just switch it. So I don't have to like unplug, find the cable, plug it in, go, oh crap, what if I want to switch to another console? Just up midstream, right? I can't do that. So Having that HDMI switcher will give me more motivation to play some older games, especially like Wii U games or Wii games, or Nintendo Mini and Super Nintendo Mini, because I have those. Uh, again, one of those things where Nintendo's like, here, we'll give you, we'll release about whatever it was, 200 or 300 units. That's it. Like, however many, there was like only a certain amount, or maybe it was 1,000 of like the Nintendo Classic Editions, right? And then Super Nintendo Classic Editions. They have, it's like, kids, you can't buy them anymore, I don't think. So it's like, oh. But I managed to get, I bought one. The other one, a friend of mine sold it to me, which was very nice of them. Because they weren't using it anymore. And I'm like, good, now I actually have both. Makes me, because again, you don't need internet for that. I can just pop it in and play it and be like, oh, there it is. Plug and play. Very good. Anyways. I'm just yapping here about nonsense. I'd love to have that. That'd be awesome. Yeah, just a SpongeBob room. I do have a SpongeBob towel. There you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so tired. It's been a bit busy for me recently, though. I did recently get another offer for some more jobs for myself, because I do live streams for my local town council, because a lot of things are online now, of course, because of the C virus. Uh, so there's like town council meetings and stuff like that. It's all online with Zoom and stuff. So, but there's still people in the building, but not as many, because so they want it to be all and set up for then the eventual, which should be around March 1st, where you won't need any vaccine passports or anything like that, and the restrictions are going to be taken off, except for masks. I think you still need to wear masks, but everything else is going to be like, restrictions are off. So that'll be, people be back in, but I do the live streams for that. So another town council in the area was like, hey, you can do that for us too. So I'll be working for this job as well as going over there and doing that. So that'll be very cool, which means if I get more money, I'll be able to invest more in the stream, update equipment, update some computer stuff, like a laptop, things like that. So it'll be interesting. Of course. Okay, so here's an update. It's a little bit late for the update, but whatever. I pre-ordered a Steam Deck. Because as more and more things came out of what the Steam Deck was, I was like, I really should have this, because if I can play games on this, because I can't stream and play games, computer games, because my gaming computer, the power supply stopped working, and I kind of took my gaming computer's GPU and I put it in my streaming computer so that I can stream in better quality. Which then means I would have to buy another graphics card for my gaming computer, and I kind of don't want to do that. It would just make more sense to buy another computer at this point. So I'm like, okay, well, what would I do? I was going to get another laptop, but I'm like, if I can get the Steam Deck and play computer games from there and play it well, then I can start doing that. But also, I actually want to test if I can stream from it. If I can actually put my streaming setup with OBS and everything, and if I could stream from that. Because that means I could do that. That'd be cool. Anyways, so I should be hopefully getting the Steam Deck this year. So again, going with the extra money I'll be making, Plus I should be getting $100 from Twitch soon from helping you guys with the subscriptions and cheering with bits and all that stuff. And a little ad revenue that I get here and there. All that adds together, I'm gonna get $100. It's probably in a couple weeks, I'm guessing. But anyways, but with that means I'll be able to get that Steam Deck, because their first emails of so what they're doing is, I wasn't sure what they're gonna do, if they're gonna charge you right away, even though you reserved because I reserved mine at, after other people have done it. I reserved mine in August, and I think it was in like April, May, June, or something like that when it said you could pre-order. Anyway, so mine says it's available for me after Q2 of February. So whatever that means, but they said they just released the first batch of emails saying, "Hey, you need to pay for your pre-order. If you don't pre-order after these many days, we'll cancel the order." At this moment in time, I don't have enough money to get it. So hopefully I don't get the email until August. Or something like that, because by that time I will be able to afford it. But I wasn't sure how they're gonna do that, but so hopefully it all works out, and I'll be able to get it. But if it ends up I don't get it this year, then I just won't. It's okay. I'll just get a laptop instead. But if I get Steam Deck, if I get Steam Deck, I'll definitely be streaming it for you guys. Like, I'll be just showing that off and like testing it. And again, I actually want to see if I can stream from the Steam Deck. That would be really cool. If that would be even possible. So yeah, it's some interesting things will be happening this year with the channel and whatnot. So we'll see how everything goes. But yeah, I'm tired. My brain's falling apart. And I actually streamed an hour. Crazy enough, again, as I leave, that's when people show up. It's usually how it goes. But yeah. Anyways, well, thanks for everyone for showing up. And the new person that showed up, thank you. I hope you either follow or at least check out my channel and see the other stuff I do when I'm actually streaming and not at the end of my stream. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, anyways, thanks guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye bye.